Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Liberty Flames, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Liberty Flames offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates.
Turning it on! Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Brown wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The Cougars offense has the ball for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
That's caught. It's Holman. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Wazoo eager to pay off this red zone trip. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the air because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Flames can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
The Flames will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his big tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab, it's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. This is a designed run. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line.
And now the offense just said, oh, you don't think he's going to run it? You're not going to account for him? I'll do that. Great job taking advantage of the numbers. When you're an offense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Part of the backfield is Freeman. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A third and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Washington State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Right back to the well. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Brown will throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Flames will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. The give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Back to pass on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Wide open. He makes the catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Flames. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. This quarterback part of their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result, was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. Brown wants to pass. Steps away. Throwing on the run. It's complete. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Liberty! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point.
Yeah, these guys are just on the same page. They rep this play in practice over and over and over for this exact type of situation. QB, there was no question where he was going with that football on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. With the catch, it's Woods. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll pull it on the read, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The offense changing the play. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Coleman. And this one will be stopped for no gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Brown wants to pass. He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They've got the screen set up. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Brown will throw it. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Flames will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got a man. It's Freeman. At the 45 on its way. Turning it on. Touchdown, Washington State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down in the 24. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. On the ground, it's Coleman. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires to the left side. And he pulls it in at the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Flames have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Touchdown, Flames! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land. Oh, they blocked the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score.
Washington State, 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Grab in the backfield. It's Holman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Woods. Slithers into space. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, the ground game. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
And the Flames line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. And here comes the punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have...
The ball popped out. This could change things. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Barry. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Washington State going back to work on first down. Running the red zone. It's Woods. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Trying to pull their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Woods. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cougar! Fit it in the window for the score. Extra point here will give them the lead.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot. He gets outside the pocket. And a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly, and a nice throw to throw it in front of him and get the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the 4th quarter, you got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So getting your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number 1.
Fires to the tight end. And the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
There's the pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the returner will be dragged down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
Take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. He wants to throw. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Takes it the other way. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go along.